How's it going, everyone? It's Ron Abiera with Abiera Team Real Estate, and the market has already shifted. In this video, I'm going to talk about the Orange County real estate market update for July 2022. So, as I always do, there's a couple pieces of information that I like to track. It's going to be the new listings, the pending sales, the supply, market time, and recently we've got to pay attention to the mortgage rates. So, I'll sum that up real quick. The new listings, 3,800 homes came onto the market in the county, which is an increase of 34%. So this is actually a good sign. This is kind of what we've all been waiting for. We've been suffering from very low inventory, and now what we've been waiting for is for homes to come onto the market. So we've seen a big jump within the last month. The pending sales, which we refer to as the demand in real estate, is the amount of homes that go pending within the last 30 days. Now, within the county, this is for June, 1,700 homes went under contract, which is a decrease of 61% from last year. So that's a pretty alarming number. So basically, 3,400 homes come on the market, only 1,700 go pending. So the demand has definitely fallen from what it was the past couple of years. There's a number of factors for that. One is obviously going to be the interest rates. So a lot of people's buying power went down. The second thing is also just the time of the market. Typically, this is when most folks have already made their moves, gotten their kids into school, got settled in, and we're wrapping up summer, and people are typically on their vacations. So a lot of moves have already happened. That's why typically our spring market is really, really hot and things start to slow down towards the end of summer as we get into the fall and eventually into the winter. And the third reason why the demand probably is dropping significantly is the pricing. You know, the way that the appreciation happens so quickly in such a short amount of time, we've kind of priced out a lot of buyers for certain areas. Next, I'll talk about the supply. So right now in the county, we're about just under 2 months of inventory of supply, and that is increase of about 63-64% from last year. So as we approach the fall months, we're coming into a market where we're actually seeing supply. And again, it's still a good thing, and it's going to be indicative of how the market's starting to slow down. So that brings us to the market time. Right now in Orange County, the expected market time is about 67 days. So let's just say 2 months to sell a home. This is an increase of over 250% from a year ago. So that's already showing the speed of the market is changing. These percentages sound a bit alarming, but we're getting close to normal. So when we were selling homes, days on the market, now it's taking a couple months, and that's actually leaning towards normalcy. So it's actually a good thing. But to keep things in perspective, it's still considered a seller's market. When the market time is 90 days or less, it's still considered a seller's market. So just keep that in mind. But to wrap things up on what this all means, we should expect this slowdown to happen from now until the end of the year. This is just the beginning of it. And it's nice to track these numbers to see which way we're headed, and we're definitely going to be slowing down. So what does this mean to you if you're a buyer? If you're a buyer, this is actually a good sign that we know that there's going to be some opportunity for you. Now, a few months ago, when you were looking at homes, there were very few homes to choose from. Now we have enough that you actually have some choice, which is a breath of fresh air. And I'll just give you guys a quick example. A couple weeks ago, I put a home into escrow in Northwood here in Irvine, and we, to my surprise, did not get a counter offer. We got an accepted offer, but we did not get a counter. And I have to admit that was a bit shocking, but it actually felt kind of good that the seller was not pressuring the buyer to do things that they typically had to do to win an offer during the fast market. So typically sellers would counter out certain contingencies, inspection, appraisal, loan, things that most buyers are going to need to do. But because of the market, they were needing to withdraw those or to shorten those times. And so it was really, really exciting to get an offer accepted and not have to ask the buyer to give up any of those contingencies or any of the timelines. So that's a good sign that things are definitely changing to help out buyers in this market. For sellers, not a reason to panic. I think my advice to most sellers now is just have realistic expectations about what's about to happen. So the big thing is going to be pricing. When you put a home on the market, you can't just use what the last sale was. to determine your price. Things are softening, things are slowing down. You can look all around town. People are lowering their prices. You're seeing more for sale signs. You're seeing a lot of open houses. So the market's definitely slowing down, which means prices soften, which means have that right expectations as a seller. You don't want to come onto the market too high, or you're going to have to be dropping your price and stay on the market longer. The other thing is to understand that the market time is growing. So if you're planning to make a move, whether you're buying or selling, understand that things are going to take a little bit longer compared to what they used to be, but this is actually closer to a normal market. So hope you guys got some value out of that. I think moving forward for the rest of the year, the word to sum up what's going to happen with the market is, or to help you guys out, is to be patient. Homes are going to be staying on the market longer than normal, and sellers need to be a little bit more prudent with their pricing because buyers are paying attention, and because of the rates, buying power has come down a little bit throughout Orange County. So hope you guys enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you on the next one.